Now, listen, you guys, it looks like Drake was out there basically shading Megan the Stallion. Now, you do know that the two of them have got their little thing going on, and we're going to be talking about that in this video. And guess what? Taylor Swift released the track list, and Nicki Minaj is nowhere to be seen on that list. And we will be discussing that as well in this video. And BT is actually out there being hilarious, honestly speaking, and desperate. And in my own opinion, it's just sad to watch, okay? They're trying to be shady to Nicki Minaj, but listen. And Doja Cat has surpassed 69 million monthly listeners on Spotify. And we're going to be talking about that in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you're doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I'm doing amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's team. So, first of all, you guys, we're going to talk about this entire direct shading Megan Thee Stallion. Now, you do know that, well, they have got a little history of beefing, and I don't know where that even came from. I don't know, does it stem from the fact that, well, Megan and Nicki don't see eye to eye after Meg, was being shady towards, Nicki Minaj, or if there's any other reason why the two of them are actually beefing. Because you do also know that he did shade, seemingly shade her, when that album of his came out, and she was out here basically being, sympathy and things like that. So a fan, okay, when Drake was performing, started shouting, Megan, Megan. And of course, he was like, oh, well, I would like to shout out Megan. And people started saying, Megan, Megan. And he was like, no, not that Megan you're talking about. So I'm just going to quickly insert that audio, you guys, and let me know what you think about this messy shade.
I give a shout out to somebody in here that's been with me since the beginning of my career. Her name is Megan. Meg something, Meg Yuck, whatever you know her. She been there with me since day one, like real shit, built this shit with me. Real H-Town legend. Shout out to Meg one time, for real. Not that Meg, this Meg.
Well, there you have it, guys. So let me know what you think about Drake shading Megan Thee Stallion. Do you think that this beef is ever going to be over now, or do you think it's just gonna keep dragging it? Okay. Now the next thing that I'm gonna be talking about, you guys, I am going to be talking about Taylor Swift. Now, you do know that lately, you guys, we have all been speculating that, well, Nicki Minaj might actually be on Taylor Swift's album. And it is now coming out, you guys, after, of course, Taylor released the track list that, well, Nicki Minaj is not on that album. But you know what? Some Barbz are still, optimistic. They are saying that, well, there is one unannounced track on that album. And, she might be on that particular one. And at this point, I'm just like, even I would have loved to see that, but at this point I don't. I'm not. I'm not really getting my hopes up this time, okay? Because you do know that Nicki Minaj had said that, well, she will be, on Queen Radio in the afternoon, which is something that is very unusual in New York. So people were like, oh my God, that unannounced track is Nicki Minaj, and that's the reason why maybe she wants to do Queen Radio during the day and in New York and looking for DJs and things like that. And personally, at this point, you guys, in as much as I would have wanted this collaboration, for now, I think this is where I basically park my hope, okay? I'm not being mobile with my hope anymore. This is where this ends. If it does happen, then we will celebrate then. But as for now, okay, let's move on to another story, okay? We're going to be talking about BET. Now, you do know that BET and Nicki Minaj do not see eye to eye, allegedly, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? If you don't see eye to eye, I see that. But some things you can't do anything about. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to be, to a certain extent, mature enough to understand that even if you don't like some people, and they're great at what they do, maturity is being able to realize that, you know what, I don't like this person, but I respect them for what they put in, in a particular area. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even at work, you're like, okay, I don't like this person, but I have to give them props. They're good at what they do. They're good at text, eh? I don't appreciate this girl, but hey, I've got to appreciate that she's good at, preparing financials, and that's maturity. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it seems like that's what EBT is lacking at this point, okay? So they did put out, their entire sort of album thing with rappers when they were like female rappers when they were kids. And guess what? They left out Nicki Minaj, and I'm just looking at them like, what are you doing? Like, how could you have how could you have a knockoff version of Nicki Minaj on there who's not even black, and you're out here? Do you get what I'm saying? It doesn't even make sense, because guess who was on number one? It was the Transformer, you guys. And I'm just looking at them like, EBT, this is childish. This is so immature. You may not see eye to eye with the woman, but like, you cannot erase what she has done in female rap. You cannot have like an album laid out of female rappers and leave this woman out, even if you don't like her. Do you understand what I'm saying? At least, okay, be mature enough and be smart enough to know that we have our differences, but it's insane for us to basically leave out this person. Do you get what I'm saying? And you have the knockoff version. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing with the Shein version there that's not even black, and you're leaving out the real dough? At this point, I feel like they're funny as well, in my own opinion. So do hop into the comment section, you guys, and let me know what you think about the EBTs trying to act funny and basically leaving Nicki Minaj out. Personally, it was immature from my own side, okay? The next thing that I'm gonna be talking about, you guys, Doja Cat. So Doja Cat has surpassed 69 monthly listeners on Spotify. And so I just wanted to say congratulations to Doja Cat. I know a lot of people are like, okay, with Doja it's really tricky because she has that deal and things like that. But regardless, I would just like to say congratulations, payola or not. I mean, I don't know when it comes to Doja Cat, because now, her song "Paint the Town Red" is still number one on the global Spotify chart with 7.642 million streams, and it has now spent 10 days at number one. Now, I'm one of those people who genuinely did like Paint the Town Red, but now, yeah, I like it, but to say that, well, the hype is like this, genuinely, I mean, I like the song. It's a nice song, but I feel like at this point they're overstretching it a bit, okay? Payola or whatever it is around, that song, they're overdoing it now, okay? I feel like it's time to just, yeah, because I do appreciate. I told you before, you guys, I listened to the song, but listen, I even listen to No Buzz more than I listen to Paint the Town Red, if I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, do open to the comment section and let me know what you think about Doja Cat's Spotify achievements. Are you taking them into consideration? Are you taking them, seriously? Or are you just like, well, it is one of those? Now, thank you very much, you guys, for watching. And thank you very much for making it this far. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time that I post. And do stay tuned for another video that is coming out shortly. Until my next one, see you.